Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. Welcome. So as you can see, today we are doing this play suit. It has a zip at the back, and then it doesn't have sleeves, but the illusion created by the long shoulder gives the illusion of like a cap sleeve. What else? I wish it had pockets, but it doesn't. So the design has like two patterns for the front and two patterns for the back, and it's really simple. That's why I'm calling it the easiest play suit you'll ever make. And so because it's just two patterns for the front and the back, I don't have like a seam at the waistline. So if you make this, maybe you're going to need a belt just to show your waist and things like that. But all in all, just look at it. I like this. Let's go straight and make it. So I'm using patterns for the shorts, the bottom part of my playset. And if you want to know how to make short patterns, comment down below for a tutorial. I'll do that for you. But also, if you look at the tutorials I've done on pants, the way I just mark and cut the patterns on fabric for the pants is exactly how I did for my short patterns. So yeah, you can look at those. But if you do want a dedicated video for how to make shorts pattern, comment down below. Anyway, you can see my fabric has like different prints on it, so I was just determining where to place the shorts for like the best look. So I decided to just go with this, as you have seen, and I'm measuring the length of the play suit, and then of course I'm putting the short pattern at the bottom to accommodate the whole length. From the top of the crotch line, this is the front pattern I'm starting with. So from the top of the crotch line, I'm going to mark a straight line, and then this straight line is going to represent like the center front, or the seam line for the center front of the bodice. Then because I'll have a 0.5 or half an inch seam allowance, I'll mark that 0.5 allowance from that center front whenever I'm measuring any horizontal measurements. Also, because my short pattern has an allowance for, it doesn't have the waistband allowance, so I added 2 inches at the bodice level for the waistband. I hope I'm making sense. The shorts, they should come with a waistband of 2 inches, but so I considered that in the bodice. So instead of 15 inches, my bodice right now is actually 17 inches. So for the neckline, I'm doing 3 by 3 inches, and I'm just going to carve that into a round neckline like that. So from the top of there, I'm marking 9 inches for like my bust, where my bust is, and I'll square that to do the actual bust measurement. Divide by 4 plus 1 inch for sewing allowance, and mark that as my bust area. And then for my bodice, I'll mark 15 inches from the top, and then square that to measure my quarter waist plus 1 inch. And then because my shorts already have sewing allowance, I'm just going to connect that to where the short starts, and then connect the bust measurement to the waist. And then from here, I'll slant down the shoulder by 1.5 inches all the way to the edge, or to the place where my bust is, and then I'll curve that line towards the bust line, and that's going to act as my armhole. So I'm going to cut that out, and we have the two front pieces, left and right. What do you think about how I choose to align the print? Would you have done different? I don't know, I was second guessing it, but after I did it, I guess I loved the results. So this is the back. The pattern, the print, the fabric is already on fold, so I'll be cutting two back pieces just like I did the front, and I'm using the front piece that I've already cut out to just be a guide so that I don't have to measure out the borders again. So I'll just cut along the front piece as I had done instead of doing the measurements again. But of course the back is a bit different because it's a bit bigger, and that's why I'm still using the back short pattern at the bottom. And then there we are. Also, the neckline for my back is a bit shallower, and that's it. This is all the pieces, pattern pieces we need for this outfit or for this playsuit. So going next to the sewing machine, I'll start with the back pieces. I want to install the zip. And for me, installing the zip, I prefer closing down the seam line, like the remainder of the seam line, before I put in the zip. So just seeing where the zip will reach, and then sewing the rest of the, should I call it the center back? It's mostly the crotch area of the back pieces. So I'm going to sew that shut. And then I'm going to do the center front seam with the front pieces right sides facing each other. I'm going to start at the top, the neckline, and sew through the center front into the crotch area of the front pieces. So when that's done, I'll install the zip. You can just pin the zip to make it easier to sew, but also if you can sew without pinning, you don't go ahead. It will cut down on the time to make the outfit anyway. But it's always nice to pin the zip because sometimes zips are really hard to install. So of course, after installing the zip, now we have two pieces, the front and the back. And sewing is going to get easier from now, I guess, because we just left with doing the seams and hemming the edges. So right sides kissing, and then we're going to sew the seams. I'll start with the side seams. And then of course don't forget the inseam. And then the shoulder seams. Then we are practically done. We just left with hemming the armholes, hemming the bottom, as well as hemming the neckline, and that's what we are going to do and be done with this outfit. So total, I guess I used about 2 meters at most, maybe 1.5 meters. And then the time I used to make this, probably 2 hours. So it's really fast. It's a really easy outfit to make, and I hope you try it. Also subscribe to the channel, like and share this video if you enjoyed it, or if you know people who would love to watch this type of content, please share this with them. Thank you for watching.
Even in the shadows, baby, kiss me before they turn the lights out. Your heart is glowing, and I'm crashing into you. Baby, kiss me before they turn the lights out. Before they turn the lights out. Baby, love me